So actually, this is the first like fantasy movie that I've seen that come out of India. Also, kind of more like the monster movies. Anywho, vampires, goblins, and magicians. Oh my. Well, actually, goblins and magicians are probably the same. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon, trying not to destroy this title. Lokah, Chapter 1, Chandra. So it's Chapter 1, Chandra, because we are focusing on this one person, which is a female vampire, going out through the years, and however now she's back in India, and there's 3 dudes that are a little bit incompetent, but are following her around, think like she's kind of hot, but now they're in some bad mojo with other vampires, goblins, and a cop who's just a straight up bad dude. So did I like this film? I actually did. I had really fun. I had a fun time with this movie. Really fun. It is late right now, but I had a fun time with this movie. The action set pieces were pretty damn good. The overall story was pretty good, even though there are some flaws in the movie whatsoever. But being a Chapter 1 film, and I hate to say that with a lot of Indian films now, where you're like, the Chapter 1 comes and you're kind of not really wanting a Chapter 2 or a Part 2. This one, I'm very curious where this universe can go, because it looks like the first one was about vampires, but now we're going into the goblin storyline, which I find that very interesting. And you could kind of consider this what like Universal try to do with the Dark Universe. I mean, this is Jaws on Dark Universe, but you know what I'm getting at, where I feel like there's going to be some fun with this. So like I said, pauses. I think the acting by the main girl, fantastic. When there are action set pieces, it's pretty damn brutal and fun to watch just what is going on in this world. And I think that's what the best part about this is the world building. I think the world building on this one is really fun and unique. And the characters as well as the costumes are fun. The goblin slash musician, not musician, you idiot, magician's storyline is fun, and his costumes are fun as well, especially what is going on. You could say that some of the CGI isn't the greatest, and sometimes a little cheesy on some levels, sure, but I do think it was very different from the vampire CGI and the goblin CGI, because the goblin CGI is supposed to be more like fun, goofy, off the wall bantering, but the vampire one is supposed to be more slick and to the point. I have no idea what that sound was outside my door. Anyway, so I like that. Of course, 2 parts. I thought they were both equally good with trying to explain its story, even though, of course, the second half is going to be a lot more violent and a lot more wham bam, thank you, man, with a lot of the action set pieces and what is actually at stake with some of these characters. Like I said in the beginning, the 3 main adults, right, are the main 3 characters that are across the street from her, are kind of pointless characters. Not like saying that they're like, oh, I mean, they are there to push the story, but their worthlessness is pretty high bar. Like, their worth in the story is like, they don't really accomplish anything. They're not really there to like prove a point. They're there to be scared in a corner and kind of just follow this girl around to what is going to occur. There is a side plot with a organ, missing, and people are missing from that scenario. That subplot kind of gets lost in the sauce because people die, right? People die, so that storyline just kind of gets cut whack, and you're like, oh, I felt like that could have gone somewhere, but decided not to and focus more on the cop character, because there really was 2 storylines, that the cop and the organ, missing people subplots are tied together, but then it's not at the same time, especially how the movie ends. And like I said, it just kind of ends through and throughout. So like, okay, that's whatever, but it felt like it was trying to go somewhere, and it just didn't push the boundaries a little bit more than it really wanted to. Kills were good. Gore was good. Action set pieces were good. I had a great time with this one. I thought it was well choreographed. It was well shot. It looked professional. It didn't feel cheesy at all on any levels. There was no sound, no dancing and or music sequences in this movie, so that was good as well. So yes, are you looking for an Indian vampire movie that is not just a vampire movie, but that can actually transform or expand in this interesting universe of goblins, maybe werewolves, I'm making stuff up, maybe, or other just supernatural creatures? I think this could be for you. But also, one more thing before I forget, because sometimes I just ramble a lot. There was a story, or when someone gets bit, right? It's not like, oh, you're automatically a vampire. It's more of if your body is okay with you turning into a vampire. Because they don't really call it a vampire. They're calling it more of a virus, where if this virus does not connect with you, within weeks, your body will, like, go freaking crazy and probably, like, explode, right? We don't get that. I think that'd be pretty cool to show that. But of course, that's kind of a little side plot that I think would be cool. But also, it's also very interesting where how the sun doesn't really affect people in the first couple years. Like, there is lore in here. I was like, yeah, that's fun and interesting. So if you want a fun, interesting vampire movie from India, this movie will float your boat. So Lokah, Chapter 1, Chandra will receive a 4 out of 5 with Futons, which equals at 80%. Let's see the critics' news scores gave this one. And we have one critic giving it a pretty solid, like, 90-ish percent-ish. A little bit lower, but they enjoyed it. And the audience scores liked it as well. I had fun. Yeah, I had fun with this one, through and throughout. So that one with a 3.5 out of a 7 and my 80%. Chase like here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of these Butontopia. You Blue Futonians, think watch for a great day. I don't care if I want to see tomorrow, week from a month, a year from now. Every single freaking one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. And did you like this vampire fantasy film?